herzlich willkommen. Wir sind schon am Start. Wie geht's euch? Hey guys.
Hi.
Hi,
Schönen
Greg.
guten Tag.
Schönen guten Tag.
And I'm out, so...
Okay, first I introduce you because the viewers don't yet know who you are. Ich habe 2 Gäste da und wir werden jetzt gleich erstmal eine Runde auf Englisch sprechen. Ich glaube, ihr hattet das in der Schule, zumindest wenn ihr hingegangen seid. Ihr habt den Vorteil mir gegenüber. Aber die beiden Jungs werden uns was über Warhammer erzählen. Hey guys, you are Greg.
That's right.
And you are David.
That's very right.
And you are from Neocore, as you can obviously see by your
Oh yeah, we are in full Neocore gear.
And Neocore is kind of far away from Hamburg, where we are right now.
Yeah, relatively.
Yeah, you are from Hungary.
Yes, we are from Hungary.
And
from Budapest.
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 Yeah. I don't know many cities from Hungary. Actually, just one. And
that's Budapest.
That's Budapest. We already talked, as well know, the Balaton.
Yes.
Big lake, and then it ends. That's all I know. And I know there's an interesting game coming from Hungary.
Exactly.
And it's called Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr.
Yeah, I know it's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. But all of our games have insanely long titles, so we wanted to, keep the tradition going. So
okay.
Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. But for the interview's sake, let's just call it Martyr.
So what were those games you made before with the long names?
The longest named game we made was The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which was also an action RPG.
Yeah, I tried that.
You tried that?
Yeah,
Which one? The first, second, third? Or
both.
Both?
Yeah,
cool.
I tried both.
That's awesome.
There's a third one?
There's a third one, yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, sorry.
Why didn't you come here and tell me?
I'm sorry, I sent you a key. As soon
okay.
as I get back to the hotel.
I'll have a look at that. Okay, but that's pretty interesting. You made Van Helsing. What else?
We made an basically it's an ARPG and tower defense hybrid called Death Trap. That was
Death Trap.
Yeah, that was a very interesting game, and it was a small game, more like.
I think I played that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this in a tower where you have to go upstairs?
No. It's basically think of it as you get loaded in an ARPG map, kind of like, and you set up traps and basically monsters are coming and you can place traps and any defense mechanisms and all that stuff in place. So it was a lot of fun. I loved it a lot. It was a very small game, kind of like a side project for us, I suppose. But we really did enjoy making that. That was before we actually released Final Cut, which was we wanted to make Van Helsing 1, 2, and 3 playable all through with all 6 classes that we introduced during the franchise.
Right.
So we made Final Cut, which does just that. It connects the story pieces together, and you can play Van Helsing 1 with Van Helsing 3 classes, basically.
Okay, but today we're mainly focusing on Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr.
That's pretty much it.
And Greg, you are the guy with the hand on the keyboard and the mouse.
That's right.
You are playing today.
Yeah, I'm going to play Martyr. It's a demo build. So basically, Martyr is available now on Steam Early Access with a lot of content added. But we brought a demo build of it with all the new stuff.
Okay, but before we get into depth, we see the picture. Obviously, we see it's a Warhammer 40k game. It's like those futuristic Warhammer things where the orcs got laser guns. And what exactly do we have to expect? Because Warhammer games can be everything.
Exactly. This is the very first action RPG in the Warhammer 40k.
Like Diablo.
Yeah, it's like what we usually say. It's like Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, but it's like Diablo, isn't it?
Okay.
It's the very first one of those in the 40k universe and in Warhammer universe in general.
Yeah.
And so we fell in love with this concept. 7 years ago or so.
7 years already.
Yeah, we haven't started the development then. We were in full development for 3 years or so. But our lead narrative designer Victor Juhas has started writing the story around 5 years ago or something. So he had like basic ideas, little bits and bobs that put together the story that players can see now.
And some of those viewers might remember that we already met 2 or 3 years ago at Gamescom. and you presented a very, very early build of
Oh yeah, it
Inquisitor
was
Martyr.
very early.
Was very early?
It was 2015, isn't it?
15 or 16, I can't remember really.
It may have been 16. You may.
One of those two.
Yeah, one
I'm
of
not sure
those
about
two.
that.
Yeah, me neither.
But now your build is much more progressed.
Yep.
You are really close to release. Right now, it's still not to say when you're about to release.
Nah, not just
Secret
yet.
You're not sure yet?
But I can tell you that there's announcement coming very, very soon.
Okay.
Sooner than you might think.
Okay, so we ready to have some footage? Looks like you got some problems. Is that
maybe
true?
some technical issues.
Oh, yeah,
It's no
it's probably the HDMI, I suppose.
I think so, yeah.
If there is something our guys can help you with, you just say it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
need to.
So it's an early demo build. That's totally fine if it doesn't run in the first try. We know that.
Well, it does. It doesn't like the two-screen setup, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So also es könnte eventuell jetzt an dem Zwei-Bildschirm-Setup liegen, sagt der David gerade. Sie sind nämlich tatsächlich, wir haben es ja gerade gesagt, ihr habt es wahrscheinlich verstanden, Sie sind aus Budapest gekommen. Sie hatten jetzt nicht allzu viel Zeit, das Ganze vorzubereiten. Deswegen geben wir Ihnen jetzt noch mal eine Sekunde, damit das Ganze funktioniert. Do you need any assistance from the technical
Yes,
guys?
we might gonna need to just.
Somebody will come in a minute.
That's awesome.
Okay. But please tell me about your vacation. No, it's not a vacation. From your, how you call it, your travel. You did not start at Budapest and arrived at us. You had something in between, didn't you?
Actually, we are here in Hamburg first, and then we're going to go to Munich in Germany, and then we're going to go to other places too with the demo build. And
All across Europe?
well, in the UK.
UK?
Yeah.
Okay, so this week you go Germany and UK?
UK next week, yeah.
UK next week?
Yeah.
Okay, you like those travels?
Absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
Always fun.
It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
First time in Hamburg?
For me, yeah.
For me as well. It's weird. I've been to Germany many times before, but this I've for some reason I've never been to Hamburg.
Yeah, it's the most beautiful city of Hamburg. I mean, you must have been in Cologne already because of Gamescom.
Right.
Oh
right.
yeah, many times. More times than I can count.
But we got our technical assistants, Thomas.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas, unser
Hey,
Regie-Dude,
Tom.
versucht das einmal kurz zu fixen.
Yeah, that's what we. It is duplicated at the moment.
Kein Problem. Eben gerade hat es funktioniert, glaube ich. Na? Deswegen gebt uns kurz eine Sekunde. Gehen wir ganz kurz in die Werbung. Das ist eine gute Idee. Und dann fixen wir das in der Werbung und kommen danach wieder. Aber wir geben dem Thomas kurz eine Sekunde, dass er wieder von dem Ort, in dem er sich eben gerade befand, zurück in die Regie gehen kann und mir ein Zeichen gibt.
I have no idea what you said, but it's probably true.
I got everything under control.
I know.
I
No,
understood.
we are going to commercial in a couple of seconds. We fix it and then we come back. You're fine with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, dann würde ich sagen, wir machen genau das, was wir angekündigt haben, gehen kurz in die Werbung, versuchen das zu fixen und sehen uns dann gleich wieder mit Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. Also bis gleich. Ja, es hat funktioniert. Wir sind wieder
Hi.
da. Hallo.
Hi.
Hello.
Greg, hey David.
Hi. You know, there are some developers out there who might be, a little embarrassed about that, but fortunately, I'm not one of them.
Not us,
so,
not you.
Yeah, not us.
No,
We're
it's not your
absolutely
fault.
fine.
It's not your fault, and it was only a small fault. We just fixed it.
Yeah.
Everything works fine. Let's just get to it. We
Yeah.
already wasted enough time, so let's have a look at Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr.
Right.
Let's
And-
do just that.
And Greg just loaded something for us, right?
Yeah.
What did you load there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go ahead if you want.
So, Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, first of all, it's an action RPG in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah.
No, we go there. But what are you seeing now?
Yeah, but this is an open world action RPG, and this is one part of the open world that you guys are seeing now here.
Okay, I see planets in a nebula.
That's right. This is the
Yep.
Caligari sector,
Uh-huh.
which is our own sector where all the game, the main story, and everything takes place.
Actually, it's the most beautiful.
You can move it around.
Look at this
Yeah, man.
nebula.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
You can zoom in,
All right,
zoom
we're
out.
gonna tell this to our guys at home because they put a lot of effort into creating the Caligari sector. This is what we call the Caligari sector itself. If you zoom out, then you can see the subsector.
You can zoom out?
Yeah, that's just a little piece of the map that you're playing at.
All right. Do you know the saying that the first moment is the most important one?
Yeah.
You just nailed the first moment.
Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, you mean with the crash? Or that one? That one. That's the best
first moment. I know.
Yeah.
So this is the whole thing, the Caligari sector.
Yeah.
And right now,
we are just traveling to one of the subsectors.
Yeah, one of the subsectors.
Okay.
And even in the subsectors, there are star systems that you can check out. So, for example, the Baltar system is just a star system with planets and man-made objects like ships and stations. Then that's like pretty much.
Okay, so we're about to play.
We're about to play.
Let's see this map, for example.
You're the man. You know what we're gonna see. Which character are we playing now?
We're gonna see.
You can't remember, can't you? I can't remember either.
This is the map I'm going to load. You can see the minimap already here. A bunch of data. This is necessary for everyone who...
Okay.
It gives you so every mission screen gives you like an overview of the mission that you're about to do, and with special objectives on the top of it, which we put randomly. We assign randomly to each of the objectives. And
do you replay those missions, or are you going from one to the next one?
You're going wherever you want, basically.
Wherever you want.
So you can. You are very free to roam the whole Caligari sector. There are certain areas which are much higher level than you are, so you can go in there, but you're gonna get your ass kicked for sure.
Okay, you have to level up first.
Yeah, you either have to level up because we don't have a traditional leveling at the moment. You've got power levels that you can see. It's 547 for Greg's character here, and we are doing a 515 power level of purge mission at the moment, which means that Greg shouldn't have a lot of issues finishing this one, but
we'll see.
Yeah, I've seen him die on much easier missions, so you'll never know.
Okay, but let me ask some questions because
please do.
We are fighting whom and who are we?
Okay.
We are Inquisitors. How familiar are you with the Warhammer 40k lore in general?
Not in depth. I know they got those orcs and elves things from space, but I don't have the lore.
Yes. Okay. Just to put it very, very easily, Warhammer 40k is a universe where there's only war. There's nothing else. And in the Imperium of Men, mankind is constantly at war and constantly attacked by all these sentient races, Xenos, aliens, and all that stuff. And so the Inquisition has various ways to fight them. One of the most powerful of these are the Inquisitors. They are like, to put it easily, they are like very powerful secret agents, and they make very good ARPG characters, ARPG protagonists, because Warhammer 40k and Warhammer in general are operating by very strict rules. And so Inquisitors are not free in general, but they have a lot of freedom to do whatever they want in order to fight back chaos.
I have to interrupt you at this point because do we have sound? Do you hear something? I think we have to check the sound for a second. If you could tap out, that would be pretty awesome to check if you are channeling the sound through HDMI. Yeah, check this one. We just have to try it out.
Yeah, let's try it out.
Get in the game, and if the regie got sound.
Ja.
Haben wir jetzt Sound, Regie? Moment. Just a moment.
All right.
I'm sorry for that.
No, it's all right.
Aber wir sehen ja wenigstens das Spiel. We were seeing the game, which is fine. And you told us we are an Inquisitor with very long hair. Is that hair?
Yes.
Is this a girl?
Yes, that particular Inquisitor comes from an assassin background. So it's an assassin type Inquisitor. And she's a more agile class. We've got 3 in the game. Crusader, You're going to see him in a second. Psyker, our newest class, and Assassin, where she's much more agile than the rest of the classes. She can actually shoot while moving. Mobile flight mode.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. So that's one of the classes that you can play with. And I'm not sure what kind of build is she rocking at the moment, but she's using a sniper rifle, which one-shots enemies and has like an AoE damage, which is pretty cool. And she's insanely fast, and she's got an ability with which she can spawn clones of herself. Can you show that?
Yeah.
I remember when we saw this game a couple of years ago, we were much more far away. Is that true? From, or is the camera the same?
I think it's the level of details that's...
that increased.
That increased.
Right.
And also, it's a very cool feature that you can turn the camera around and you can zoom in, and it doesn't just zoom in on the character, it has like a little bend to it. So it still gives you a little more understanding of your surroundings in general.
It looks nice, definitely. And you just explained who you're playing. But now I'm interested in finding out whom we're fighting. Let me guess. It looks like... I mean, they're pointy, spiky people. It's like Chaos something?
That's Chaos. These are the spawns of Nurgle.
Nurgle, I was just about to say that.
Did you just die?
Happens sometimes.
It happens more often than not.
Yeah, David loves it when...
I do love it when he dies, because I can make fun of him, but I die much more than he does. He's a much better
So what
player
happens
than
if
I
you
am.
die? Actually, it didn't happen much, did it?
Not here. It's an offline build, but we do punish dying in the online build. So
you're going the permadeath way?
No.
Nope.
No, not at all. That
not
would be
even as an option, an Iron Man mode or something?
Well,
it's not out of the question, but
not a priority.
Right now,
not a priority
if you load the map,
moment.
you can die 3 times, basically. That's the core rule. And then as you level
And
up, you can add perks and various abilities to your character, and sometimes you can die like 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are certain sub-objectives that doesn't allow you to die. You can, but if you do, then you get less loot or don't get the items that you were going for.
Okay. So you're on your second try on this map, and what happens when you get to the end? Do you have some boss fights? Do we have some big loot?
There are bosses randomly placed on the map in general, but we don't have the biggest bosses in the game just yet.
They are up to come.
They are about to come. You're going to see some very big creatures here that's going to give you an idea how big the big bosses are in the game in general.
This is, for example, a medium-sized enemy.
No, that's a small elite.
Small.
Like a dreadnought.
Yeah.
Like a dreadnought is like a medium-sized boss,
like
and then we have the big ones that's going to come to the game very soon.
So, but dreadnoughts are usually on the side of the humans. You're fighting against dreadnoughts, or you're fighting in a dreadnought, or do we have dreadnoughts in the game?
You are fighting for dreadnoughts that are fighting for the chaos.
The evil chaos guys. All right. So whom are we fighting as well? I mean, the Warhammer 40k universe, a big universe. We don't only have those chaos guys as antagonists. We also have those orcs and the Eldar and
you are very
so many. Are they in the game too? Are we fighting some other people too?
We're fighting. What we love the most is that it's a persistent open world that we're going to build upon even after the game releases. Right now, we've got Nurgle in the game. We've got some rebels in the game. And there are many more to come because we want to keep this world alive for a very long time. And we are very lucky with the Warhammer 40k universe because it has amazing amounts of enemy types.
Yeah.
So our long-term plan is to include all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them?
Well, most of them. Let's say most of them because there are certain types that... that wouldn't really work in an action RPG, but we have plans to include most enemy types that you can see in the 40k lore.
Okay, but is there the possibility to have a look at some kind of character screen or inventory?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you show it in game now?
No, actually, in this game, you have to load the map, and when you're not in a map, you can see your character, you can see your inventory, skill tree, and all the other
okay,
stats.
but when you're not playing on a map.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so you have to finish the
Yeah,
first.
but we don't have to finish. We can.
Yeah,
show
we
it.
can show you.
Okay, so go for it, please.
Yeah.
Unlike other ARPGs,
Also load the Psyker, for
yeah,
example.
no, let's show the skill trees
Okay.
just to give it a look.
Yeah.
So in most ARPGs, you've got your active skills and your passive skills. And what we mixed up a little bit is that all our active skills are connected to the weapons that you are using. So for example, if you change your weapon, then all your active skills are changing along with it.
Okay.
Which I think is a pretty cool idea. And
Pretty difficult. Sounds difficult.
It is.
If I switch the weapon, I have to learn all the skills.
you are pretty much.
But you
okay.
don't get bored. I mean, it
Yeah.
gives you a lot of freedom to customize your character, not just the skill tree, but also the weapon. So there's two things that you have to take into account. Then this is the Psyker, and we're gonna talk about it soon. That the Psyker also has psychic abilities. So those are also skills that you have to take care about. So there's three things.
Okay.
And the mixture of this gives you like a really cool thing to look for.
What are we seeing
because
there?
We've got these are basically all your passive skills. It's broke down into passive skill trees, many of them actually that you need to unlock, and we wanted to give the players as much freedom as possible to create the character that they want to play. So, for example, is the Psyker.
Psychic debuffs, all right?
Yeah. So basically, as you level up, as you play the game, you unlock more and more of these on the skill tree.
Yeah.
You can, for example, upgrade your movement speed. You can upgrade your critical hit. You can make an AoE character, which is really good taking care of a lot of mobs.
Yeah.
It depends on you. So it's pretty sure it's something that you might expect from an ARPG regarding the skills. And this character, for example, has this tree unlocked, and you can put points there as you level up.
So you got those 10 choices on the left, and every of these choices just spreads out to those little runes or what you
that's
call
right.
them.
And it gives you increased movement speed, increased damage over time, whatever you feel like playing.
Yeah.
And the inventory.
And you've got the inventory here. It's an earlier version of the inventory. We are reworking it at the moment, but it gives you a basic idea how it looks like and what kind of armor pieces and weapons you're allowed to use.
Also, your armor has one skill. This is a teleport skill, for example, for this particular armor.
I love that.
So that also you have to care about which type of armor you're wearing, because it has one skill that you can use in battle.
Okay. Can we see the weapon?
Yeah, this is the one.
So what does those
Well,
words
basically,
mean?
Yeah,
We got 132 power, or what? Do you have to be level 132 to use it?
It's a power level or an item level. Players
level.
familiar with games like ours might know this.
For quick comparison.
Yeah. So and as you can see, this is the collective power level of this character is 549.
Yeah.
And it because of all the item levels.
It all adds up.
Yeah.
And
So-
it gives you the collective power level of each of item and weapon that you're using gives you an overall power level.
Yeah. And as you can see, all the items have like different colors. This is also like might be a familiar thing, green, blue.
The color coding for rarity, right?
Yeah, that's right. And this one's the rarest one. You won't
What
see.
color is that? I can't.
I mean, orange, you can say.
No, not really. Isn't that the same color? Just the left one next to it. Can you take
No.
the mouse? If you take the mouse away, take the. Now you see.
Now
it.
you see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. This is like orange. This is the most
It has
rarest.
four affixes or four
Four special skills.
This one
All
only
right. And
three.
this only 3.
Yeah.
And the purple only 3 as
Well, it depends because it's these are like the powerful ones.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 3 different rarity things going on?
Well, because there's a normal one, you know, the white kind of,
Okay.
and also we're gonna add more.
All right.
Right now, this is these 4. Yeah.
But as you said, you switch your skills with the weapons and stuff. Yeah. So if you find the super ultra weapon +1 super cool, you don't stick to it. Because if you find another one, you get a new skill set, and new skill set gives new opportunities. Well, so if you find a super weapon, it's not the end of the line.
It's not the end of the line. For good kind of players, it's not. For me, who fall in love with... I'm playing a Crusader, the 3rd class that you haven't seen so far. I found a hammer that I love, and I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it. I'm using the same skills for weeks.
All right.
And I can't get rid of it. I just fall in love with it, and it was so hard to get it.
Yeah.
And I was so lucky that I'm just playing that one. Okay. But for normal players, it's obviously a better choice to, you find a cool weapon, you try it out, and you see how it works for you.
Okay, so it's your own choice.
Also, besides skills, we got perks too, and this is something that you can further customize your character with perks as you can unlock as you level up.
Can we check the sound output once more?
Yep.
Müssen wir mal kurz gucken?
Sound.
Das kam akustisch nicht an. Die Regie gibt uns gerade noch mal Tipps, weil seltsamerweise haben wir auch den Headphone-Output. Haben wir ihn jetzt? Und, hören wir was? Regie, ist das cool? Okay. Okay, you heard the PC was giving a sound, but not the game. Yeah. So the problem must be here. Ja, kleine Soundprobleme, kein Problem. Ich meine, ihr kennt das ja. Was hättet ihr erwartet, oder? Jetzt beschwert euch mal nicht so. Gerade noch in den Soundeinstellungen. Aber das, was ich bis jetzt sehe, finde ich eigentlich ganz interessant. Ich meine, so ein Diablo-eskes Spiel im Warhammer 40k-Universum. Wieso ist da vorher noch keiner drauf gekommen, frage ich mich.
Der PC ist jetzt da, der Sound, aber ich weiß nicht, ob es auch in-game ist.
The PC got sound right there, but Regie doesn't know if it's in-game as well.
All right.
Maybe
we're gonna see now.
You have to change the output in the game too.
No, it doesn't actually have that option.
Is it possible to restart the game?
Yeah, we have to restart.
This sometimes works wonders.
Yeah.
Okay. While we restart the game and Greg checks if everything is in order, maybe you can tell me a bit more about your studio. We talked about that in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
NeocoreGames. You got 60 employees.
60.
You told me before.
Around 60, yeah.
Around 60. That's a pretty big studio for an indie game studio.
Yeah, we've grown a lot in the past couple of years, and in order to do this game, we needed to expand even more, because we needed to work on our engine. We needed more designers. We needed more people and more workforce on the graphics department.
I think we got sound.
We've got sound.
We got sound. I don't hear a thing, but
yeah. We don't hear it.
Believe
but I'm absolutely fine with that one.
Now at premiere, we got Warhammer 40k in sound.
Yeah,
I hear it.
Okay.
All right. So we saw a level running around with an Inquisitor chick with long hair, kicking ass of Nurgle demons.
Actually, this one's the Psyker.
That was the Psyker girl.
No, that was an assassin girl. Now we're seeing the Psyker.
Now we're seeing a Psyker, all right.
Are we seeing this Psyker?
Yeah, that's right. So it's a utility class, something... I wouldn't say the word.
Oh, yeah, don't say the word. Last time he used the word mage, I suppose.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, and that's something that you can't really say for two reasons. Because he's not a mage. The second reason is that our lead narrative designer comes in and kicks our ass if he ever call it a mage.
Okay, so let's try to about that. But people know what you want to say.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay,
even
we know it now. We won't use it again.
Yeah.
So this is also a spaceship map, which is not yet in the game yet. So
yeah, well, whatever you're seeing now, it's not in the game. These are maps especially created for this tour, and actually you're the first one in the world showing it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a premiere going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you have
With
to
sound.
make special maps for presentation?
Because the maps that you're seeing now are not actually patched into the game. So bits and pieces are ready from it, and that's
so
how
it
we
will be
created
in the
these.
game in
Yeah,
the future.
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. And so there is one surprise that it's for the end of the presentation that is still not in the game.
Okay.
And it's a little, well, let's say a little introduction to the vehicular combat.
Vehicular combat.
Oh, yeah.
Like tanks.
Oh, yeah, that's one way to put it.
One way
But,
to put it, like some. Okay, I'm
it's-
not asking.
oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not asking.
We'll see. We'll see. You know,
We'll see.
vehicles are not necessarily what's in Warhammer 40k. Vehicles are not necessarily the ones that comes into your mind.
No, not really. But it's a cool idea, and I'm looking forward to it.
I think one of my favorite things about the Psyker here is that you have to be very careful while using your powers, because if you overuse it, you can see it on the corner of the
Overcasting?
Yes, if you're overcasting, then your powers are turning against you, and it's spawning enemies against you, and it's spawning like warp anomalies that one of them can actually one-hit you. So
Yeah, I have to be
so you
really
have to
careful
be very
with
careful.
this class.
And so since the Psyker is in the game, nobody wants to play co-op with me because I am overusing my abilities all the time.
Okay. So you can play it co-op?
You can play in co-op. You can play 4-player co-op in the game.
You didn't
Yeah.
say that beforehand.
Yeah, but you never asked. I mean,
That's amazing. Co-op's
yeah,
great.
because we're bouncing all over the place.
How many people?
4.
4 people.
Four
Up
at
to
the
4.
moment, yeah. We definitely wanted to include co-op, and it's in the verse to be even bigger, to put even bigger emphasis on co-op in general, because people are really enjoying going at it with their friends.
Yeah, sure.
And we wanted to build maps that are specially designed for cooperative play. Well done, Greg.
Can count on me.
Yeah, I can count on it.
I still got some fundamental questions, especially. I still don't have a real picture of the game. What is it? Is it a single-player thing you play through and then you're finished, or is it like more open-end? Is it always online? Is it more co-op focused? What exactly is the main reason?
The main reason, well, the game is a persistent open-world sandbox action RPG. We've got a story mode in the game that's a single-player campaign.
And the story got an end.
And the story got an end at
right.
some place, yeah. But we also have a story for the Caligari sector itself, which is the open-world part of the game. And so there are many subsectors, many missions to choose from. And so the Caligari sector story is an ongoing storyline that's going to be alive for a very long time.
Okay,
That we're
so
constantly going to expand upon.
Yeah, so you start with the campaign,
Yep.
and if you like it, you go to the Caligari sector, you
Absolutely.
got everything at your hands, and you can level up as long as you want.
Pretty much. Not as long as you want. Well, as long as you want. You can grind as long as you want.
You can grind as long as you
Yes.
want. You got everything like randomly generated, so it's not getting boring.
If randomly generated in a way. So if we are there are many maps in the game, and we are randomly generate the missions, the objectives, and the side objectives of these. And the way we create the maps is what you can say is, do you know how the tabletop version of Warhammer 40k works? Like those little map tiles that you put together?
Yeah.
These are how our maps are created. So, for example, what you're seeing here, this room, this is a piece of that puzzle
and then you
that
put it
we
all
put together.
So the rooms not connect the same.
Yes, the rooms are connected differently, and they've got different props on it. We've got hundreds and hundreds of props that we populate each room with, and decals that makes it even more, atmospheric and different from each other. And on top of that, you've got all the side objectives that you can do on each map.
Okay. So what are we trying to achieve right now if we are playing this particular level which we are seeing right now? Are we just in here for the loot or what?
You're in game for the loot, or you're in game for getting rid of one of the big bads in the game.
Okay.
But if we've got right now over 50 different kind of objectives that you can choose from. You can't choose from. We randomly assign one to you on each of the maps, and basically you need to finish. We need to finish one of the maps in order to get the loot that comes with it and get the XP that comes with it.
All right, and if you fail, you get nothing.
Well, you get less.
Less.
Well, there are definitely ways to, when you get nothing, because well, let's just be honest, it's not an easy game. It's really not an easy game. I mean, one of the developers are actually dying his way through it.
Yeah,
so
maybe he just sucks.
That's
not proof.
not really.
I won't deny it. I die too, to be fairly honest.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
No, well, we're gonna see you play, and then
maybe when the game comes out, I'm pretty excited to have a play. But there's one question I have to ask you, and that is the Warhammer 40k license.
all right.
You have to obtain that.
Yes.
To make a Warhammer 40k game. And yours looks promising. I must admit that. It's pretty cool so far. But I have seen many Warhammer games.
There are lots.
There are so many Warhammer games, and it feels to me like is the Warhammer license pretty cheap or something? Why is everybody making a Warhammer game? Why are you coming for handy and on Steam every week a new Warhammer 40k game? And most of the time, like 95% of Warhammer games suck. How is it? Like, how come?
That's a very good question. I can't say anything about the other games in general because there are some really awesome ones out there.
Yeah.
But Warhammer is a very desirable IP because it's so insanely over the top. It's a lot of fun. It has such a deep lore, so it's a very good universe to play around with. In the general, it's been a very long-term dream of us to do a Warhammer 40k game. As I mentioned, Victor, our lead narrative designer, have been toying with this idea for the better part of this decade. And it was really a dream come true for us because there are no action RPGs in a Warhammer 40k universe.
No, not yet. That's true.
And Games Workshop has always wanted to have an action RPG in this universe, and we always wanted to do one. So it was pretty much like a match made in heaven. And to be able to work on this IP, it's really an honor, and it gives us it gives us a chance to do this game, which we fell in love with.
Yeah, sure. It must be pretty cool to work with the Warhammer 40k universe. You got so many options. You got so nice characters and antagonists and stuff. But did you? I mean, you said it was a big dream. Did you play it in your early days on the tabletop, Warhammer 40k?
Most of the guys in the studio played it and still plays it. And they actually did little workshops for newcomers to learn how the rules are working, and they made up like tiny scenarios in which they showed us how the gameplay actually works, and a lot of the guys actually get really into it. And well, one of the perks of working with Games Workshop that we get the miniatures. And we've got like painting workshops in the office where like professional painters come in and try to teach us. I failed them pretty much, but I really did enjoy it. And most of the guys who are not really into Warhammer 40k or Warhammer in general, what I usually say is that it's a universe that's very easy to fall in love with.
Yeah. Really.
And through developing this game, when new things are coming in and the guys are going around and tells you this new faction is coming out and tells you a little story about it, it's like it's just little bits and pieces of the universe that has like a ton of lore, like really amazing amount of lore. It's been around for 30 years, over 30 years.
Over 30 years,
yeah, over 30 years. So a lot of guys at the studio who haven't even heard about Warhammer 40k have got really into it.
Yeah, I like it too. But while we're talking, I think Greg switched the character. Is that right?
Yes, that's a Crusader. Right. That's my favorite class in the game, to be honest. He's a more tanky character. He's a little bit slower, and he's got a lot stronger armor and shitloads of damage. So he's like your very Warhammer 40k character.
Oh, he's a turret summoner.
Yeah, he's got a turret. You know, every special skill that you're seeing there, and it's bind to the number 4.
Yeah.
Each class, it is connected to the armor that you're wearing.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Psyker could teleport, which is a really cool feature, and it's very useful because it doesn't have the Psyker doesn't have as much armor and as much health as, for example, the Crusader has.
Yeah.
So he sometimes just have to teleport out of trouble and you know, just hide the enemies a little bit.
All right, so he's throwing grenades, he's dropping turrets, he's
Right.
shooting a machine gun.
Oh yeah, now he's got a machine gun, but my class, I've got a Crusader. Oh no, it's got wiped. Never mind. I had a Crusader. That's more like it. It was a melee character with a hammer, and it had like much better movement speed than the basic character has. So it was fast and it was deadly. It was a little bit of a glass cannon, but that was one of the main goals, to make give the players the freedom to, like, you know, create the character that they want to play, even within the free classes.
Did Greg just zoom in a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
How far can we get in?
This is
I think that's
maximum.
the maximum at the
All
moment.
right.
As I think we mentioned, we launched the early access last February, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was basically what we called the funding. And
Funding?
The founding.
The founding, all right.
Founding,
All
yeah.
right.
And a lot of people have joined us to help make this game. And
Yeah.
so I don't know how much of them are watching right now, but I really like to thank their help. Because what you're seeing here now most of this stuff are based on their feedback. And I have to say, community-based development really works. And they helped us out in so many ways I can't even tell you.
Okay.
For example, the last thing that we totally reworked the leveling system in the game. So the level progression is absolutely different than what we came up with in the beginning of the development. But we did a couple of surveys in game and on our community channels, and the community just told us that it's not working very well right now, and how about trying something else? And then we tried a couple of other things, and this is what we came up with, and they were very happy with it. So I can't thank them enough for their feedback, really.
Okay. Right now we're having a little commercial break.
Cool.
And we're gonna be back in a couple. Machen wir kurz Werbung? Ja, wir sehen uns gleich wieder. Ihr habt dran, oder? Bis gleich. Und wir sind wieder zurück. David und Greg sitzen immer noch hier bei uns auf der Couch und wir spielen ein bisschen Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. Thank you.
You're doing great, man. You're doing great. I mean, you said it like 3 times without any issues.
That's true. It's pretty hard for German people to pronounce the game Martyr. It's weird to say. In German, it's called Märtyrer. And it feels like only pronouncing half of the word. If you say it's very weird. One of the weirdest words to pronounce as a German.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce it in English. Actually, I'm just trying, and it comes out always differently.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not a problem if you have to say it once or twice. But I'm working on this game, so I have to say it a lot of times.
Yeah, good choice by the name.
They never actually asked me. They never actually asked me. And that's the name our lead designer gave to the ship that...
the Dreadnought?
Oh, no, it's...
not a Dreadnought?
It's a ship where the single-player campaign takes place.
Isn't the Dreadnought a ship as well in the Warhammer universe?
It kind of like, yeah.
But it's as well, it's a walking guy, right? It's a ship,
Yes.
and it's a walking guy. They're called Dreadnoughts as well. Am I right?
I want to say yes, but I don't want them to stone me.
Yeah, me neither. So let's stop there.
So let's stop there. So
It's
welcome
too
back
huge.
from the commercial. So where were we then?
We were right in some kind of spaceship kicking some chaos ass. Now with the Psych guy.
Yeah,
right?
the Psyker.
The Psyker. And he was, did not want to use the word, but I do. I will try it once more. It's some kind of mage.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's
what
not.
he looks like?
No, he uses the warp for his power.
Okay.
But whatever word you just said describes him in a totally different game. That's for sure.
Okay. So he's channeling warp at those guys, killing them.
Oh yeah.
So far, I haven't seen much loot dropping in the game. Is that right?
It's mostly because.
For example, one here.
Oh, you got a warp rod.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So you have loot dropping. Maybe not as much as you might expect, but that's for a reason.
Okay.
But I'm dying.
You're dying just because you were talking.
Yeah, it's because of this.
Why you're dying right now? I saw a question in the chat while we were in commercial, and there was one guy asking, why don't you have any feedback sound when you are getting hit? Is this something which will come in the game at a later point? Because you have a little bit feedback lacking when you get hit. You only have, I don't know, where exactly is your health bar? Is it only the small thing above the character?
No, it's on the left side.
On the left top. Lower left?
Left side, yeah.
Okay, you put your camera right.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man.
Okay, now I see
I'm so sorry.
All right.
Yeah, you've got your suppression meter around the health bar, and you've got a health bar over there.
No, I see.
And on the right side, you've got your no. Yeah, you're on the right side when you see that. There's your inoculator, which can heal you. But I think Greg used it all. Yeah, Greg used it.
Yeah, I used it.
Okay.
So feedback sound, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. And so there are certain things that we're still in early access. And this is some of the feedback. And this is an example of the feedback that we are really looking forward to from our community. That if there's something that needs improving and it's in our power to improve it, we're more than happy to do it. And you know, this is one of the good examples.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to have a look at the chat once again.
Right.
And, I'm not playing with my telephone. I'm really looking at the chat right now.
I know.
Right, so I'm gonna search for some nice questions from the viewers, and maybe you can explain a little bit more what we're seeing right there while I'm looking.
Yeah. So what you're seeing right now is our Psyker class. It's one of the 3 classes of the game. It's brand new. It's quite new. It's been in the game for a month or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is our 3rd class. It's still an early version of it, but we wanted to try it out and we wanted to see how the community responds to it. And the response so far has been really nice, except for in co-op. Because, you know, when this character overuses its power, it spawns like, you know, warp anomalies and other, and other nasty things.
Thing we talked about,
and it can actually attack the other players too. And that's not
co-op.
That's not a good thing to have in co-op.
Okay. I got some questions coming in.
All right.
Okay.
And the first one.
I hope they are not uncomfortable.
No, I'll filter them out.
All right.
We got one from Rule of Fund and Nefiji, which both are asking if there will be some areas outside of something, like open air areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you really got that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was expecting a no.
No, there are outside areas, of course, because we've got many different settings in the game, outside settings and indoor settings as well. So, for example, the last map that we're going to show you during this demo is going to be an outside setting.
Okay.
And but actually an early version of an outside setting because it was built just to show you how the vehicular combat is actually looking. And this is one of the outside settings that's still not in the game at the moment.
Okay, but we were going to see it in the end.
Yeah,
okay.
And even in the single-player campaign itself, you spend most of your time in a ship called Martyr, and you're trying to figure out what happened to it and how it got there. And I can't spoil the story because they're really gonna kick my ass. And but even the single-player campaign has, like, you know, little chapters where you can go outside and you can go to areas outside areas.
Okay, I'm really looking forward for that. Another question came in.
Yep.
And it's about the release date. Can give a little direction? Will it be this year or this summer?
Oh, it's definitely this year. It's definitely closer than you might think.
Closer than you
And
might think.
Closer than you might think, that's for sure. And we have an announcement coming very soon.
Nusosum wants to have...
Nusosum.
I don't know if I
That's a cool nick.
Yeah. Will there be a release on console? Is there something planned? You thinking about
Absolutely.
that?
We are releasing the game simultaneously on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Oh, you already got that covered.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Nice one. Usually people are like, oh, no, we're not sure, maybe something. Yeah, no, right now we're just talking about the PC release and nothing else, but you got it all covered. All right.
We've got it all covered.
Well done.
It was the plan for the very beginning because we think that this game would look amazing on consoles.
Bad Bone wants to know if there will be local co-op.
Local co-op, that's probably the question that we get the most. And I can tell you that this is something that, based on the community feedback, this is something that we're really looking into because...
What does he mean by local co-op?
Local co-op is basically couch co-op, yeah.
With two mice, two mice.
Or two controllers.
Two controllers.
Yeah,
or two controllers.
All right, now I get it.
So, it's something that comes up both on PC and consoles very frequently for some reason.
Yeah.
I can understand the co-op part, the console part of things because it's good to sit next to your mates and just play some games. And I can tell you that we are working on it and we're looking into it and we try to find out the best solution possible because there are certain things that you might not think about that can cause problems. For example, you can move the camera around. And what do you do in co-op?
Yeah, sure.
On the same screen if you move your camera around.
Okay.
So there's some bits and bobs that we need to take care of, but I think we have a really good grasp on it.
Okay, you're onto it.
Yeah.
All right. Then there is a question which might be very interesting, and it's asked by some guy who just scrolled upstairs, so I forgot his name. But it was about in-game purchases, which is a very interesting topic. You got something implemented in the game, like loot boxes, in-game stuff, or something like that?
We don't. We don't have loot boxes. Well, we have like a box that gives you loot at the end of each mission, but you can't buy that box.
Okay.
You have to earn that box through, finishing that mission, finishing the main objectives, the side objectives, and that's what it's based on, what kind of loot it gives you.
So this game is a one-time purchase, or you got it in a different model going on?
Oh, well, it's a one-time purchase for the base game, and we're gonna keep this keep this game alive for a very long time. We want the Caligari sector, as I mentioned, has an ongoing storyline, and we want to keep telling that story, and we want to introduce new factions, as you asked it before, and I think we found a very organic way to do this, and this is what we call seasons. Seasons.
All right.
It's basically. These are free content patches that's going to be available for all players. And in each season, we introduce new enemy factions, new terrain types, new loot, new weapons, new armor, and new stuff in general. And in each season, we introduce a conflict. And it's up to the players to solve that issue, to tackle that conflict. And based on the decision of the players, the fate of the Caligari sector can go either way.
Okay.
So, for example, if one of the subsectors or one of the star systems are taken over by one of the races, one of the enemy factions, and the other one is taken over by another enemy faction, then it's up to the players to decide which threat they want to address. It's not an MMO, but on a metagaming level, we're going to take each decision into an account, and in a very real way, the players themselves are actually influencing the fate and the story of the Caligari sector.
Gonna show another class.
All right.
Now, how many times have you died?
But this at least was a boss fight of some kind. This was a big guy.
Yeah, we were close to the end
impressive.
of the map.
But you're switching map and character, or what are we seeing right
Yeah.
All right.
What character are you?
The assassin and another spaceship map.
The assassin,
All right.
and I think
so the
that
girl
we're
we
gonna
saw
have...
in the beginning.
Yes.
The assassin girl. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So
Gonna
we got
use
another
different
question by Loud Neighbor. He is asking how about
Loud
crafting.
Crafting.
You got some crafting systems going on?
Crafting is an integral part of the game. You find crafting materials during your gameplay, and you find like blueprints during your play, and you can get it as a reward as well.
Okay.
And there is actually a tech priest in your ship. That's it's not in this game, not in this build at the moment, but you've got a ship deck with all the NPCs standing around you. So one is the shop basically that sells you items.
Okay, some kind of hub.
Yes, it's a hub. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. And so there is a tech piece around.
But this is not in the game yet. The hub.
It is in the game. It's not in this build because this is just
that's
an
what I
offline
meant.
build.
Yeah.
But it's in the online version of the game.
Okay. I hope we see another one of those big guys again, and maybe this time you can bring him down.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. You know, as I mentioned, this game is hard. It is hard, especially if you're not playing with a build that you created yourself. Because one of the good things about building your character is that you can min-max the skills that you are most likely to use and the most powerful.
Okay, I got a pretty specific question, which is very unlikely, but I ask it anyways, and it's from Twisted Microwave, who's asking, is it maybe planned to play as a Xeno character?
Oh, that's actually a very interesting question.
Yeah, but the game is called Inquisitor. He points that out himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's very unlikely, right?
It's very unlikely because we are playing Inquisitors, and these Inquisitors can come from different backgrounds. So far we've got the Assassin, the Psyker, and the Inquisitor of the Crusader.
Okay. Some people are a little bit disappointed of the amount of enemies on the screen at the same time. They're used to like 50 guys coming, jumping at you. Are we gonna see some more swarm guys coming, or how many people are we gonna have to expect on the screen?
It really depends on the map that you're playing. There are certain maps that are more tactical. We are basically the only ARPG on the market that has a cover system in place, and I think it's a very good feature, and we are building each map and we are building each scenario that you probably will have to use the covers in order to finish your mission.
Yeah.
And for example, that's a more tactical map, so you're you're encouraged to use the covers itself.
Yeah. And I think Chaos is not known so much for creating big masses of guys charging at you.
Yes, and that's actually a very interesting thing that Microwave or
Microwave guy.
Yeah, the Microwave guy. Thanks. The Microwave guy came up with that there are certain things that you do differently in a Warhammer 40k game. And that's why sometimes Warhammer 40k games and ARPGs doesn't really match.
Okay.
And there are certain things that we have to do differently. But with the enemies, with the swarm of enemies, there are maps that has a lot of enemies on it, and we throw them right at you.
All right.
For example, this map doesn't have a lot.
It is more like these elite type of enemies with they're a little bit stronger.
Yeah. You must at least think about that when you put the Tyranids in the game, I think, because as far as I know, they come in swarms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it really depends on the planet or the map that you're playing. If it's on, for example, if we're gonna have Tyranids in the game, which definitely will happen.
Definitely.
Definitely will happen. We've got concept arts of them, and they look really cool.
Nick89 wants to have the Tau in the game, which is another faction, which even I know, some alien guys.
Yeah.
Actually, that's we announced this game 3 years ago, and that's the very first time I heard Taus.
Yes?
The very first time.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody asked about them.
No, you're right, but that's interesting.
That's interesting.
But you said, they will be, or no, they won't be, or no, I'm not.
I can't confirm that.
You can't confirm.
I can't confirm that.
Okay, but
I know
you said 5 minutes before you're putting them all in, and now you can't confirm.
PR bullshit.
Right.
I know, but I can't confirm it.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
Gravity Lost wants those Tyranids, and Tracy. You know a guy called Tracy?
Tracy?
Is this some Tyranid character or something? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Now everybody's writing they love the Tau, and Dark Eldar is
Dark
another
Eldar.
thing, which are like pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they must be in there.
Yes,
all right.
there will be in there.
Yeah, they will be.
You can't really do a game like this without Dark Eldar, can you?
No, not really. But right now everybody's talking about the Tau, and are pretty excited that you know them and that you are aware that they could be in the game some point in the future.
If I remember correctly, I can say I can't confirm. Oh, you're sneaky, but yeah.
A little bit. That's how I interpret you. So we got many more people asking questions.
That's good.
What about the orcs?
Orcs are coming.
Lucas is asking that. Sure, orcs are coming. Tau are boring.
Tau boring. Now that's what that's the context I heard Tau in so far.
All right. Let's wait till this whole Tau wave.
Yeah, the Tau wave goes away.
It goes away from the chat, and we get some more different questions. And in the meantime, let's have a look at the game.
Yes.
We got some evil. Well, what are these guys? They look like aliens. They don't look like chaos. Are those
No, they are chaos.
abominations, or how you call them?
Well, they are chaos spawns.
Chaos demons, chaos spawns. All right. Was this a Chaos
Nicely
Space Marine?
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he went down quick.
Oops.
Oh, he's been
that's too
shooting
clean.
at it for a while now. Just,
right.
just walking around in.
No.
Necros. Demonic avatars. I'm asking for the Necrons,
Yeah.
which are like, I think, those skeleton Terminator guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are pretty well known. Maybe they are coming.
Maybe they are coming.
Maybe they are coming.
Maybe they are coming. As you know, we are doing a persistent open world action RPG, so there's a lot of things in the pipeline.
Yeah. I mean, come on, we gotta get honest. The game is not released yet.
Nope.
You
Yeah.
can say what you have in the game, but what will be coming, you can only say if the game sells, and you don't know that. It looks pretty cool, and I'm pretty much looking forward to it. And I think all those people in the chat, I think, are thinking the same thing.
I
But
really hope so.
you can't say what happens in 2 years because we got like 20 or 30 factions going on in the Warhammer universe.
Oh, yeah.
You have to make some kind of priority list. Which ones of these races will come to the game first? Is that right?
Yeah, that's pretty right. You know, we've got the Chaos Gods that have like really cool units, and you know, there's certain. I can tell you that most of what they ever asking, I know that they are coming. What I can say, when I'm saying I can't confirm, is that I don't know. I have no idea. They might be in the pipeline. They are not in the first 3 that I know of. That's for sure.
All right.
But you're absolutely right. So game development is not an exact thing, so you'll never know.
Okay, so there's one guy who's interested on this story, and he's called Theorek, and he wants to know who is writing the story. Is this some guy some people might know?
A good friend of mine, and there many people might know him. He's Victor Juhas. He's our lead narrative designer, and he's responsible for the story of the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing and almost all NeocoreGames stories as well.
Ah, okay. So he's got
even-
experience.
Even the King Arthurs. He's an insanely cool guy, and he has some really good ideas about the story, the plot twist that's gonna come within, and how it ties in to the Warhammer 40k lore in general. But it gives a couple of things separate as well.
Okay.
He is the one who dreamt up the Caligari sector itself.
So the Caligari sector does it not exist in the universe? He made it up himself?
Well, it may exist, but
Alright,
we
alright.
made it up in itself
Okay, because usually games take something that already exists
Yeah.
in the universe.
we wanted as much freedom as possible. So
Alright.
we're gonna explain that in the story. But the Caligari sector it has everything that a Warhammer 40k sector should have.
Okay.
But for reasons that we explain in the story, it is secluded from the rest of the Imperium of Man, and it's on the edge.
Yeah. I can imagine where we are going at. But I hope I just asked this question. Maybe you don't want to answer it, but let's talk about other Warhammer games. Usually developers don't want to talk about other games, but we are having Warhammer right here now, and I'm really excited to have this ARPG thing coming on, especially in the Warhammer universe. But we have so many other games in so many different genres. Which one is, by your opinion, the most interesting, the best, the one which you had the most fun with from the Warhammer and the Warhammer 40k universe?
From the Warhammer 40k universe.
And the normal one. Because there were so many,
yeah,
but only a handful of good ones.
There are many. That's a really
console
good
thing,
question.
which is called the Space Marine.
Yeah,
was not that
I love
bad.
the Space
We got Dawn of War.
Yeah, I have never been a big Dawn of War fan. I've played it, but I have the genre. It's not really my ballpark in general.
Okay.
I loved Space Marine. I loved it. I played it many times when I was younger, and I played a lot of Vermintide.
I think you mix up Space Marine with Space Hulk.
No.
No?
No.
Okay, because
I don't think
Space
so.
Marine is not that old.
Space Marine is well, I
3
said
years,
younger.
4 years?
No, Space Marine.
So you said younger. I thought you said
No,
like you're a
but
small
no, the
kid.
Space
All
Marine.
right.
Space Marine is older than 3 years, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but not much,
it's
is it?
6, 7 years old.
Last generation. Oh, so much already.
Yeah, I think so.
Time goes
Yeah,
by,
time
right?
flies, man.
All right.
And I'm very excited for Vermintide 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Vermintide 2 is it looks amazing. I played the alpha, and it's really cool. So there are a lot of good Warhammer games that's coming out and came out in the past, and we're one of them.
Yeah. And you got some characters going on. 3 you got in the build right now. We until this point saw them all, I guess.
Yes, we saw
got the Assassin's Girl, then Psychonosis,
Inquisitor.
and which one was the last guy?
The Crusader.
Yeah.
And now I think we should show you the Knight.
Oh, yeah.
You want to show me a new character, a 4th character?
It's not a character per se. It's when we first announced the game, we talked about vehicular combat, and so far we haven't showed anybody anything about it. But we thought it's time. So we put together an early version of a map type we called Ruins.
Ruins.
And it gives a nice little home for.
Okay, I'm excited. I don't know what to expect. Some car with the name Knight or something.
Some car.
Some car fighting Xenos and other cars.
Almost.
Everybody driving nice cars.
Yeah, that's what all the Xenos are driving very nice cars.
Very nice cars.
But this is the best of them.
All right.
And I wouldn't really call it a car.
No, but I will be smarter in a couple of seconds, I guess.
Oh,
I really don't know what to
be.
expect, because usually in ARPGs, those vehicles are not a common thing.
No.
So I don't know how you implemented it,
Well,
but I'm
cover
pretty excited.
systems are not a really usual thing as well.
Oh, you got cover systems in there?
Yeah, it's that's why there's your guy.
Ah, there he is.
There he is, yeah.
He's a knight, or it's a knight. And before our Warhammer 40k fans goes crazy, we are not sitting in that. Because according to the lore, you're not allowed, as an Inquisitor, you're not allowed to sit in a knight. So the knight has a pilot, and you're commanding the pilot of the knight.
All right. And he got the command to laser everything that moves, am I right?
Pretty much.
It looks awesome. So you got your health bar on the lower corner.
Yep, and it has 4 skills at the moment. It has this laser.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what the skills are called.
Ooh, they say orcs. Or orc machines? Am I right? No. They look so orcish.
Well, these are, yeah.
Can
yeah,
you
on this map
petty walkers.
you can see a lot more different enemies.
Yeah, can you have a little twist around the camera so we can see your knight in a second?
Well,
it turns.
Ah, it turns automatically.
But if you do it
All
very
right.
quickly, then it doesn't.
All right. So this knight, is he like just a little feature which you hop in and hop out and then you progress your game? Or is the knight some kind of thing you can improve and upgrade?
The knight is Knight. Originally, the Knight existed as part of the single-player campaign. In one of the chapters, and we're gonna explain that in the story. If you need the help of a knight to do certain things.
All right.
But the Knight has been a big hit, especially in the studio. So we do want to include it in as much as possible. And but it's really up to, it's up to the community. If they want to see it, we're going to experiment with it. And we're going to see how much we can get out of it.
It is not possible to change laser weapons and
at this
stuff.
point, no.
At this point.
At this point, no. It is not in the build. It's not in the game yet. And so
shield looks awesome. Is that a shield?
Yes, that's a shield.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. You got some kind of skill tree for this knight or something?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment. It's as I mentioned, this is a very early thing.
All right, sure.
And so we have this for only the purpose of the tour and of this demo here.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to show you that what other things that we are planning in the future.
So are there some more vehicles planned other than the knight?
Yep.
Yep, he says. That is not a maybe, that is a definitely.
No, that's a yep,
yes.
And that's where I have to leave it.
All right.
I'm sorry about that.
No, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's coming on console as well. That's another question over here. We already answered that. This is an alpha build. Caddy is asking. Maybe we can see it's running smooth so far, but in the night we see some frame drops, which is totally fine because it's an alpha build, I guess.
Yeah,
very early version.
It's an early version of the map and of the night.
It is so early that nobody has ever seen this before. You said that.
Nobody.
This is first time ever
you
that
guys
you're showing the night, and I like it.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Actually, you're only very close second to see it because we received this build last night, and we were playing it at the hotel, and we were like, "Really? That looks awesome."
Cool. Okay, cool. I'm going in the chat again.
All right.
No, this is not Splatoon 2.
Give that guy a cookie.
All right. There is a pretty special question from Ardalium, who's asking if there will be some defensive missions where you have to hold a point.
Like hold a point, like
I don't know what he means. That's
I think I know what he means.
Like many
So
chaos
right
guys,
now, already in the campaign. Well, some parts of the campaign are already in the game.
Ah, right.
And one of the missions is basically a hold the line type of mission.
Ah, right.
So yeah, if you played that, I think you can expect more of that.
More of that and more different type of game modes that we're going to implement into the game.
So yeah, those types of missions are definitely coming.
Okay. So it looks pretty difficult to die in the night.
Well,
don't take any damage.
It's a demo build, so
yeah.
All right.
We're gonna further balance it and
okay,
optimize
you're sure
it.
that you won't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we wanted a map in there where Greg doesn't die.
Yeah, sure.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay, another look in the chat. You mentioned a couple of times that this game will be pretty difficult, and somebody is asking, he's called Fire for Effect, if there will be some different difficulty levels to choose from.
There won't be difficult levels. In the open world, all the subsectors and the star system have different power levels, and based on your power level, you'll be able to tell if that mission is going to be easier on you, or if you want challenge, then you go to a mission that's above your power level. And we think it's very important because we want players to have a reason to play even after they min-max their characters. We want to pose a challenge to them at all times.
All right.
So if you do a difficult level in this game, then it ruins the purpose of this.
Okay, and here another question about the campaign.
The campaign?
Right. And it's I lost it. No, here it is. It's by Keddy. And Keddy is asking if there will be something like NG+.
New Game Plus.
Can you play the campaign a couple of times?
This is something that I can't really talk about without spoiling
All right.
parts of the campaign itself. So,
No problem.
sorry about that.
Ooh, PvP mode. Will there be some player versus player action?
There is actually PvP in the game right now.
Already?
Yeah.
Yes, based on the community's feedback, we implemented it and we tried it out, and we are in the middle of balancing it and putting in new game modes for the players. For right now, it's 4v4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2v2 or
2v2
4v4,
or 4v4.
and basically it's an optional thing. And you can jump into PvP with your friends or if you find other people.
Ooh, and the nice Eric wants to know if you can walk over the enemies with the knight and if they squish.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Yeah, show me.
I'm pretty sure.
But if I find anyone, I think I've killed everyone on this map already.
Yeah, looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Even if you can't do it in this build, you will be able to do it in the full build, because that sounds really awesome.
So basically, the destructible environment damages the enemies as well. So yeah, it would make sense to
we put a lot of effort into make the environment fully destructible and make it, react the game react to the crumbling down columns and stuff like that.
Okay. It's pretty funny. One of my colleagues is in chat as well.
All right.
He's called Ollie, and he's pretty excited for the game. And
He wants a key.
I think so at some point. But he says that the universe is very perfect for creating an action RPG like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think he's pretty right. You're the first guys trying it, I guess.
Yep.
We had some, I don't know if you remember, it was called Gate of Chaos or Dark Chaos. It was like in the 90s, a game which was like the XCOM games, but it was the Warhammer 40k universe. Chaos Gate. It was. You don't know Chaos Gate?
No, I don't. I really don't.
You should know that.
Yeah, I really should. Thank you for making me uncomfortable.
No,
I
I
really
didn't
don't.
want to do that, but actually, this is the only thing that comes to my mind when I think about games in the Warhammer universe of that kind. But it was turn-based, and now we got real-time action RPG style.
I'm
Pretty
gonna
much
look
looking
into that
forward
one.
to it.
Yeah.
And we are coming to an end with this game, this presentation. Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr.
Awesome.
right?
Fourth time. Got it right again.
It's not that hard. And then, by the way, I got it written down here.
Oh, yeah, sure. I forgot about that one. I forgot about it. You're sneaky.
No, it's not that hard because, as I said, I got this game on my map for a couple of years, at least by the time we met at Gamescom.
That was the first time we actually announced it. So most of the guys have on their radar from that moment.
Yeah, and I
That's the
hope
earliest.
even more guys got it on the radar after this presentation. I wish you very, very much success. Very, how do you say, huge success
Thank you
with
so
this
much.
game. I think it's gonna be my cup of tea. I'm gonna try it, and maybe we see at least at Gamescom or one point in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, David.
Thank you so
Was
much for
pleasure.
having us.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you
for
so
having
much.
It was a nice presentation, and yeah, I'm excited to hear from the release date at some point in the future.
Very soon.
Very soon.
You don't have to wait a lot of time now.
Alles klar. Okay, vielen Dank, Leute, für die Aufmerksamkeit. Ich hoffe, ihr habt verstanden, worum es ging, aber wir haben ja ein paar Bilder von uns sprechen lassen, oder? Das war Warhammer 40k Martyr.
The last time. You didn't do it the last time.
Inquisitor Martyr. Danke für die Aufmerksamkeit und bis zum nächsten Mal.